Pleasure doing business with you. This is mine, I think. Oh, and if you cab fare home.
Drink it up.
No, just go.
What have you been up to?
Who's just been up to anything?
I know that look. Well?
Pest control. Let's just say Jack Branning won't be bothering us anymore.
You roughed him up.
No?
You got someone else to rough him up?
Nope.
Well, what then?
We played pool.
You going somewhere?
Yeah, it's time to move on.
You're leaving? Why?
I just fancy a change of scenery.
Just like that?
Yep, just like that.
This has got nothing to do with Auntie Peg changing her mind about the opening hours. Well?
When it's time to move on, it's time to move on.
Fine. Have it your way. I haven't got time to play games. When are you going?
Later today. Got a couple of loose ends to tie up.
OK. We can finalise things later before you go. If you'll excuse me, I've got a club to run. On my own.
Someone don't look happy?
My business partner's just announced he's leaving town.
Yeah, I know. You can thank me later.
You? Oh, I might have known.
Well, I did you a favour. You want that club to yourself, didn't you?
What did you say to make him leave so suddenly? Did you threaten him?
Why don't you ask Jack?
No, I'm asking you.
Well, let's just say that after our little friendly game of pool last night, Jack decided it was in his best interest to move on.
What goes on in that head of yours? I told you I'd sort things my way, didn't I? I asked you not to interfere.
Listen, he was a threat to this family, and I dealt with it, end of story.
A threat to this family? This is Walford, not Sicily.
Family comes first, and the sooner you realise that, the better.
Going in for me?
No.
Just came to see my nephew, Oscar. Nice. Hope you got enough money for the boxing lessons. Yeah, and say my goodbyes.
What, you going somewhere?
As if you didn't know.
Well, I've had my hands full, haven't I? So I don't really know what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, I'm sure your new best mate will fill you in on all the details.
So where you going? Are we going to come back or what?
See you, Mix. It's been enlightening. Oh, yeah, and don't worry. I didn't knock you off your hero's pedestal with Tanya. You know, and tell her what a two-faced, cowardly, conniving little runt you really are. But there's always next time.
We might go about things differently, me and you, but we both know that what matters is that we get results.
Well, the end justifies the means.
Exactly.
So how exactly did you make Jack see sense in the end?
Well, it's easy, really. Just a case of knowing which buttons to press.
And which buttons did you press?
I appealed to his paternal instincts.
What does that mean?
Well, let's just say Jack Branning is an even worse father than he is a pool player.
Enjoyed your game of pool last night, did you?
So you spoke to Fielding?
Yeah. Yeah, I did, and I didn't like what I heard. You're just going to leave because of some stupid bet?
Well, I've got no choice, have I? I gave him my word.
Look, I can talk to Phil. I can make him see some sense. I'm sure we can work something out.
No, I don't need anybody fighting my battles. Just have to chalk this one up to experience.
Has this got something to do with your kid?
You see, I got to hand it to Phil. I misjudged him.
How do you mean?
I threw everything at him. But it didn't work. tried his weaknesses. But in the end, his weakness was his strength. You see, everything about Phil is out in the open. There's nothing closed off about him. Nothing that runs deep. And that's the weakness that wins the battle. That's the problem with people that wear their hearts on their sleeve. They're nothing like you and me. You know what I mean, don't you?
Well, like you said, Phil wears his heart on his sleeve. So what are you going to do about this place?
I'll be in touch. If you'll excuse me, I've got a couple of personal things I need to take care of.
Sure.
It's me. I need some more information. Yeah, the kind of information that needs a lot more digging. All war is deception.